Welcome to Valley Boys TCG. CK here, back with a fun little gameplay of Battle Spirit Saga. We kind of wrapped things early with locals, so we decided to do a fun one. I am running a Blue Mill War Gods deck, and my buddy Anthony here decided to pick up my red mid-range deck. Now, he has not played the deck before. He just wanted to play something different than his usual Rainbow Smog deck, so I had that one laying around. He's figured red close enough and picked it up. So a little fun one just to show off some gameplay. Here we get the Block Golem out first turn since he dropped his Nexus, and we get to mill. We see the Eagle go into the trash, which is a nice one to mill off because those Eagles can get out of hand pretty fast. And so Volcanic Canyon doing its thing to draw one trash one. Mill is a deck that it's almost there, but it never quite, and I feel like depending on how you play it, if you go a little more aggro, because the blue spirits are kind of larger spirits, you can end up just kind of outpacing them. And you see he gets the Camellia Whip online already, so that is going to be an issue for us. But luckily blue does have some pretty large spirits that we can kind of climb into, but then he has another Bearded Eagle online also, so he swings in with the Eagle first. We do not have a Nexus to be able to block with Block Golem. Block Golem is a great way to counter some of low spirit aggro or low cost aggro type decks if you can see your Nexus. And blue in general needs to see its Nexuses, and we just have not seen one yet, otherwise that would have been the start here. So looks like we finally do see one, I believe, with that draw. So he chips us down to 3. We go ahead and core up so that we can do some things, set the bursts, and oh no, that is a Floodstream in hand. That is probably the better play at this point. We have our 4 cores there. We can go ahead and Floodstream his entire board. Looks like instead we go elect for the Block Golem. That's interesting. Maybe we're pushing for more. Probably have an Ice Shield set and just want to kind of give him the false sense. And we got a couple mills off. We see a lot of the Star Blessed draws go, so it's interesting. The mill deck is interesting because I feel like, especially game 1, if you're playing a 3-game set or best of 3, you get to really get a feel for your opponent's deck without having played it previously. You don't know what they're playing, and you see a few things come down. That mill really gives you an idea of what you're playing against, so that's always an interesting way to hit it. Now, I know I said this blue deck is a War Gods deck, and all we've seen is Golems. It is not the Golem deck I played previously. It is different, and he hits us with a Burning Force, which will destroy one of the Block Golems. Luckily, the other one is big enough, but now he can kind of swing in unimpeded, and we have no choice. We're going to have to burst here. I believe we should be able to burst the Floodstream because we have enough cores now. Yep, there it is. So we get to burst the Floodstream to prevent him from doing any more damage and kind of reset him. He's already in attack step, so now he can't play anything else out to block. And so now we're just going to kind of try to go wide here and see if we can go in. There's our first War God. We got Gordon on board. Now I built towards War Gods just to try to take advantage of their muscle charge magic, just to kind of really get it going if I can flood the board. Magic Wrench, you see Magic Wrench come in here. I feel like Magic Wrench should be good, and I think I feel like there's a world where we can make a Luster deck work with mill and just swinging in or playing the Magic Wrench and just milling them through magic. A magic mill deck. I just haven't quite crafted it yet. I feel like there's a way to get it on board. I just haven't figured out how yet. Soon enough we'll figure something out. Luster has a lot going for it. It's just probably too many missing pieces or too many mixed pieces to really make it feasible. So here, as you see, the mill strategy is okay. I mean, obviously we're getting a lot of mills in, but it's not necessary. And so now he gets the Apollodinos online, and then plays a charge draw here to get some more hand Now this is where I say he hadn't played the deck yet, so he's unfamiliar with how to pilot it to the best of its ability, because I think there is a way here where instead of going in into the Dilophosaur, into the Dilf as I like to call him, he should have cored up that Apollodino so that when he swung he would have popped one of my spirits. I believe Gordon would have been matching range at 5k. So the best play there would have probably been to core up and swing to pop the Gordon and remove one of my spirits. But then I don't think he had enough to block with. I think that's the issue. And again, the Dino can't block there. So that is also an issue here. So we don't see a burst unless he's got some sort of magic to destroy us. We can just try to go in for game here. We see the rock pillars come down, so we're going to get some heavy mill going this turn. We've got our spirits up, and we've got the soul core on the Nexus, which is what blue spirits tend to want to do. So we're going to swing in with Gordon. We're going to have to mill 4. And then technically he's down to 1 life, so this should go for game, because even if we chip him, it doesn't matter about the rock pillars. He does flash, but all he does is flash a Ruby Radiance to give him plus 2k, so that he can block. But really he was searching for the card draw. And then we just swing for game there. So really blue, it feels like the mill strategy is great for the long term, like white decks, but you're going to out aggro a lot of decks. So hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Hope you come back next time.